Hi. Okay. What the heck was that? All right, guys. So, yeah, this is the same day, the other day, it's the same day, but it's a different day that I upload this video. It's a different video, but it's on the same day that I recorded the other video. I'm wearing the same black tank tie, Okay, anyways. Uncertainty brings trust and faith. Uncertainty brings trust and faith. Saggy! Saggy! My Saggy! Look at him. Okay, anyways. Yeah, itch it. Okay. Yo, nah. Okay, anyways. When there's uncertainty and you're like, oh man, I don't know what the next step is. I don't know what to do. I feel lost. It's not a fun feeling. But that feeling brings you the opportunity to experience faith and trust. Because without uncertainty, there would be no point in faith and trust. Because if you knew everything, and this was just all, you just knew everything, every step, there would be no progress in your character development. There would be no progress in the tools that you acquire. It would just be everything so stagnant. You would just be stagnant, man. And maybe things do feel stagnant right now. Maybe it's still right now. But that's because it's giving you the opportunity to have faith and trust that everything's working out for you. And so if you're not sure, just remember, whatever feeling you're having, it's always an opportunity to learn and grow and to become more aware of what you can experience in this life. That just came to me the other night because I was like, I don't know what to do with my life, man. What do I really want to do? I know I like to do stuff, like I like writing, I like inspiring people, but it's like, how do I make that career? How do I make money? Because in this dense formed world and the systems that have been created, you need money. You need money. So how can I do that? I just don't know what the next step is. But then I just started to, let it go and be like, you know what? I got to trust that everything's going to work out for me, Or maybe this thing will happen, or maybe that thing will happen that doesn't particularly feel good to me, but it's all for me because there's something that I can learn from it. There's something that I can become aware of in myself that needs to be worked on. And, how I react to things, how I perceive things, It's all a reflection. It's all so it can bring back, everything happens so I can be brought back to myself and reflect on how I react to things, how I feel about things, what's serving me anymore, what's not serving me, what's serving me and what's not serving me anymore. And so then I could navigate and be like, okay, this isn't serving me, so I have to release it. This is serving me, so I shall continue in it. But the main thing is to have faith and trust that these things have a certain time, like certain things have certain time frames in your life, Not everything's forever. The only thing that is forever is what's in here, man. It's that life. Everything that's inside here is life and spirit. That's always with you until you transition. And I mean, yeah, But everything outside of you, even this is technically outside of you because it's ever changing. It's ever growing as you get older. And all these things outside, all this stuff, it's ever changing and it's ever either evolving or devolving or crumbling or rebuilding. So you can't rely on that stuff for your validation and for your feelings to be stable. You got to be stable in here. You got to innovate. You got to rejuvenate yourself when you do feel like you don't feel good. Like it's just, oh man, you got to rejuvenate yourself and just find what is the next step to rebuild what's inside here. What can I work on in here? And it will come to the surface. And it's up to you if you work on it as it comes to the surface or if you suppress it and let it go untouched for it to finally force itself to the surface and maybe become even more of a disaster in your life so that it can wake you up so you finally do work on it. Come on, guys. That's why these things happen. with certain people, if they have drinking issues, and eventually they're like, oh yeah, I should stop, but they don't stop until something dangerous happens, and then they wake up and they're like, oh man, now I really need to stop it, because it came to the surface again after they kept on suppressing it. The same thing for me. Like, for me, I used to smoke marijuana, but it's not for me, what do they say, physiologically. That's like a physical thing, or psychologically, whatever you want to say, psychologically, physiologically. It's it's all a part of my body anyways. Both the terms have to do with my body and my being. So anyways, I realized it was not for me after, what was it, like 2 or 3 times of terrible feelings. It was pretty crazy what I went through. So the first time I did it, I was all paranoid, and I was like seeing things. It's like I almost like I was having an episode of like schizophrenia. Like it looked like a shadow was there and it was moving, and like it had a face, and it was insane. And then after that, I went to the mirror, I looked inside of it, did not recognize myself. Like, it's one of the weirdest and most uncanny things you'll see. Like, you look inside of the mirror and it's your face, but you don't recognize it. It looks like as if you just had met that person, like they're a stranger. And then also on top of that, it felt like there was like literal acid melting my brain, or maybe lava melting my brain. The worst excruciating pain ever. But it was all a mental thing. And it was all a thing, with my brain chemistry and the marijuana, how it impacted me. So I realized, damn, I shouldn't do that. That was very terrible. I never want to go through that again. But what did I do? And I'm not blaming myself, because at the time I did what I know. Back then, yes, it was ignorance. But I did what I could do back then. Now I don't do it because I know better. So why would I blame my past self for not knowing better? It was all a learning thing, so that I can now be where I am and be changed. Because I chose to do the work. And I chose to give it up instead of keep on repressing it. Anyways, so the next time I did it again, even though that disastrous thing happened. I did it again. And what do you know? Another episode where I'm like, oh, holy shit, what's going on? Like just freaking out. And it was just a terrible sinking feeling of despair and, all that. So after that, I was like, nope, never again. Never touched it. Not once ever now in the present moment. Because I chose to learn from it instead of seeking something outside of myself, because it helped me at one point before those things happened escape. It helped me, something outside of me helped me to escape. And then it had to get worse so that I could learn from it and not do it ever again. But everyone's path is different. So I'm not saying, oh, marijuana is bad or this and that. But it's just not for everybody on certain paths. Like for me, not for me. But for other people, it doesn't bother them. And I feel like it's healthy, if it helps you relax, or you taking it medicinally for your pain. I feel like that's fine, as long as you're not relying on it for you're like complete reliance on it, codependency on it. That's when it's an issue. That's when it's like, damn, I'm only valid, I'm only good if I have this thing outside of myself. That's when it's like, I don't know. But it's a different case for people who have to do it medicinally, if their pain goes for it. But it's just not to identify with it. Not like it's not your identity. And it's not something that validates your being. Anyways, because it's all physical sensation. Anyways. So yeah, that was just a long tangent, but yeah, shit. I just lost it. That was just that tangent, but that was a point in itself. That was a point in itself. That was a point in itself. Oh my gosh. See? Now I'm just blank. I'm just here. I'm taking up space. And that's perfectly fine too. I'm just here talking, and I lost the subject that I was even talking about. And that's okay, because you just got to flow with things. You can't force them. Because when you keep on trying to force things, that's when you're just, it's not going to come to you. You're like, oh, what was it? But the moment you let go and you're like, just like, I guess it wasn't, it is what it is. I'm just going to flow with where I'm at right now, which is just blank. My mind's blank right now. You just flow with it, and then eventually it comes back to you. In the time that it's needed. For me, I'm just filling up time now. But no, guys, that's actually a very valuable awareness in itself, is just knowing that you can't just force yourself through things and to remember things, because that's when you're creating friction, and you're most likely not going to remember it until you let it go and be like, okay, I submit to you, life. I submit to this blank space and time. And then eventually comes back, you're like, oh, I remember, you know. It always happens. It happens. Come on, you guys have been through that. Come on, don't lie to me. But yeah, no, guys, just live in the moment and just flow with everything that comes your way. Everything's happening for you, not against you. But yeah, no, I completely lost the topic that I was speaking on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video unless. Yeah, no, it's not coming back. I gave it time. But if it ever does come back, maybe I'll make a part 2 of this video. I don't know. But anyways, I hope this video helped somehow. I'm gonna look back, and as soon as I watch this video, as soon as I end this video and watch it, I'm gonna be like, wow, that's what I was talking about. Oh, come on, why couldn't I have remembered that? No, but no, I'm not gonna be that hard on myself. But in a joking way, I will, but not like in a serious manner. I'm not gonna be, oh, you should have remembered that. Yeah, no, you just gotta flow with the things, you know. You're not perfect, you're not gonna be. That's what's beautiful about this. It's just a flow. It's just a flow with life, for real. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm just saying things. But yeah, love you guys, have a good one, and peace out. Oh, y'all.